Hi everyone, my name is Kelsey Betzelberger. Welcome. Hi everyone! So excited to welcome you to our tour today. For those of you who don't know me very well, my name is Kelsey and I am originally from Chicago. And my husband and I moved to Valencia, Spain last February. We're loving it, it's beautiful. And I have been taking quite a few trips lately, so this is one of the beautiful places that I am so excited to bring you to. So let's go ahead and get started. Welcome to Peñiscola, Spain. Peñiscola is a coastal town located in the province of Castellón, in the Valencian community of eastern Spain. It is situated on the eastern coast of the Iberian Peninsula, along the Costa del Azahar, the orange blossom coast, of the Mediterranean Sea. Peñiscola is known for its picturesque old town, historic castle, and beautiful beaches. It is a popular tourist destination and easily accessible by road from major cities in Spain, making it a desirable location for both domestic and international travelers. I visited in March, and it was quite the trek to get here, I have to say. I had to take a train to a small town nearby called Benicarlo. Then I took a bus about 20 minutes that went along the seaside here, where you can see all of the beautiful ocean views. However, it stopped about every 2 blocks, picking up possibly everyone who was located in the town, heading to that little peninsula that we see off in the distance. We are all going to see Peñiscola today. Peñiscola has ancient roots dating back to Iberian and Roman times. It was known as Peñiscola under Roman rule. In the 13th century, the Knights Templar, which we will discuss soon, constructed Peñiscola Castle, which became a significant fortress during the Christian Reconquista. The town gained prominence during the Papal Schism when Pope Benedict VIII, or Pope Luna, established his papal residence in the castle in the early 15th century. Peñiscola's diverse architecture reflects its history with a mix of medieval, Baroque, and Renaissance elements in its buildings and churches. Some fun facts for you as we explore this beautiful location. Peñiscola was featured in the popular TV series Game of Thrones. Its castle, which we'll see shortly, was used as a setting for the city of Meereen in Season 6. Today, Peñiscola is a major tourist destination, known for its stunning beaches, historic old town, and the beautiful castle, of course. The region is known for its delicious seafood dishes and paella, a Spanish rice dish often prepared with seafood or other ingredients. Peñiscola hosts various festivals and events throughout the year, including the Festival of the Virgin of Ermitana and the Templar Night. Apart from the Game of Thrones, the town has been featured in several other films and TV shows due to its picturesque setting. In addition to its historic attractions, Peñiscola boasts beautiful natural surroundings, including the Sierra de Irta Natural Park. Its location on the Mediterranean has contributed to its maritime history, with fishing and seafaring being traditional occupations. Peñiscola's blend of history, architecture, and natural beauty makes it a captivating destination for travelers interested in exploring the cultural and coastal wonders of Spain. It took roughly 2 hours for me to get here using the train and the bus, but I would say it was well worth the visit. Please be aware that if you are unsteady on your feet, Peñiscola might be a place you might want to observe from afar or with a tour like this one, as there are many steps and a lot of uneven ground. While we explore, let me tell you a little bit more about one of Spain's favorite foods, paella. Paella is a traditional Spanish rice dish that originated in the Valencian region on the eastern coast of Spain. Its roots can be traced back to the 18th century. The name paella comes from the Valencian word of the same spelling, which means pan. The dish is traditionally cooked in a wide, shallow pan, known as the paellera. Paella is not just a dish, however. It's a symbol of Spanish cuisine and culture. It reflects the use of local ingredients and culinary traditions. Paella is often prepared for special occasions and family gatherings, bringing people together over a delicious and communal meal. There are many regional variations of paella in Spain, with ingredients ranging from seafood or paella de mariscos to chicken and rabbit, paella valenciana, or even vegetables, paella de verduras. Paella has gained popularity worldwide and is a staple of Spanish restaurants in many countries. It's also commonly prepared at home by people around the globe. Some interesting facts for you about this delicious meal. A prized element of traditional paella is the socarrat. This is the crispy caramelized layer of rice that forms at the bottom of the pan. Are you hungry yet? It is considered a delicacy. Saffron, a spice derived from crocus flowers, is a key ingredient in paella. It gives the dish its distinctive yellow color and unique flavor and smell. Authentic paella is often prepared outdoors, over an open flame, which is said to contribute to its rich flavor. In Spain and in other countries, paella competitions are held, where chefs and home cooks compete to create the best paella. These events celebrate the dish's versatility and creativity. As for the paella pans, these traditional paella cooking utensils come in various sizes, with the largest ones designed to feed a large group of people. We're talking upwards of 20. They are made of materials like carbon steel and stainless steel. In 2020, traditional rice cultivation and the art of paella were added to the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization's, aka UNESCO, Intangible Cultural Heritage of Humanity list. This recognition highlights the cultural significance of paella. Some more information for you about how paella came to be. The history of paella reflects the multicultural influences that have shaped Spanish cuisine and Spanish culture. The Moors brought rice, saffron, and other spices to this region, significantly influencing the flavor profile of this dish. The use of saffron in paella, for example, gives the rice its distinct golden hue and subtle aroma. As Valencia grew and urbanized, the paella evolved to incorporate a broader range of ingredients. Seafood, for which Valencia's coastal location was ideal, became a popular addition, leading to the creation of the paella de mariscos. This seafood paella typically includes shrimp, mussels, clams, and squid, reflecting the rich maritime resources of the region. Paella quickly gained popularity beyond Valencia, however, becoming emblematic of Spanish cuisine in its entirety. It became a staple of Spanish festivals and celebrations, where it is often cooked and shared in large communal pans. Paella's reputation as a social and celebratory dish contributed to its global recognition as a symbol of Spanish culture. As paella's popularity spread worldwide, however, chefs and enthusiasts in different countries began experimenting with variations of the dish to go along with these previously mentioned competitions. These adaptations include vegetarian paella, paella with chorizo, and even fusion versions that incorporate ingredients from other cuisines. Paella is a beloved Spanish dish, and it has become an internationally recognized symbol of Spanish cuisine. Its history, regional variations, and cultural importance make it a fascinating and delicious aspect of Spain's culinary heritage. Which one would you try? Originally, paella made in Valencia was a lunchtime meal for farmers and farm laborers, which is still true today. Valencia often does not serve paella other than at lunchtime. Workers would gather what was available to them around the rice fields. This often included tomatoes, onions, even snails. Rabbit or duck was also a common addition, but chicken less often. On special occasions, 18th century Valencians used calderos to cook the rice in the open air of their orchards near Lake Albufera. Eel and butter beans were common ingredients, and the novelist Vincent Blasco Ibáñez described the Valencian custom of eating water voles in Cañas y Barro from 1902, a realistic novel about life among fishermen and peasants near Lake Albufera. Living standards rose with the sociological changes of the late 19th century in Spain, however, which gave rise to the gatherings and outings in the countryside. This led to changes in paella's ingredients, adding more chicken, duck, and sometimes snails to the rabbit. Paella became so popular that in 1840, a local Spanish newspaper first used the word paella to refer to the recipe than the pan, according to a food historian, Lynn Ulver. It has become a custom at mass gatherings in the Valencian region to prepare enormous paellas, sometimes even to win a place in the Guinness World Records. Chefs use gargantuan paelleras for these events. The largest paella in the world was made by a restaurateur, Juan Galvis, in 2001. It fed 110,000 people, according to their website. The chef said that this paella was even larger than his earlier world record paella made in 1992, which fed about 100,000 people. All of these are in the Guinness Book of World Records. Some controversial representations, though, are from non-Spanish chefs who include ingredients like chorizo in their paella, as well as other ingredients. These alternative dishes had new names according to Spanish chefs. Arroz con cosas, rice with things, is a famous alternative. The use of these different ingredients has been known to elicit emotional responses from other chefs as well as authors. In the Catalan cuisine, Josep Pla had said, "The abuses committed in the name of paella valenciana are excessive, an absolute scandal." Now let me tell you about one of Peñiscola's favorite attractions. On the way to the castle, between narrow cobbled stone streets and souvenir shops, we find the beautiful Casa de las Ganchas, or House of the Shells. It does not go unnoticed by visitors or locals. Not only is it a striking building, but also the history behind its construction makes it even more intriguing. It all started at the beginning of the 1950s when a couple named Timoteo and Justa, along with their 3 children, Agustin, Gloria, and Joaquin, began to experience an adverse economic time due to the lack of work and supplies. In this situation, Justa had the idea of learning the history of each corner of the city and telling it to tourists who were beginning to arrive in Peñiscola in exchange for a tip. Without knowing it, Justa became the first tour guide and promoter of tourism in Peñiscola. Little by little, her work started generating an income until the family was able to buy a piece of land, where their beautiful house now sits. Despite the delicate health situation that Timoteo was going through, they managed to build this 3-floor house. They decided to decorate the whole facade with native shells because of their love for the sea. They acquired the shells in exchange for tobacco from local sailors. With arabesque windows and the shield of Papa Luna in honor of the town's origin, the house was finished in 1961. After its completion, Justa opened the first souvenir shop in Peñiscola in front of their house, creating the image of tourist promoter that accompanied Justa throughout her life. Currently, this house has become a symbol and point of interest for the city, along with the castle. Many tourists come here to be photographed next to its wooden door, its walls full of shells, or to take a panoramic picture to appreciate all of the beauty of this house. Without a doubt, it is part of the itinerary that every visitor must see in Peñiscola. Speaking of the castle, this is the Peñiscola Castle, known as the Castillo de Peñiscola. It is a historic fortress located in the center of town. The Peñiscola Castle is renowned for its historical significance as it served the residents of the medieval Knights Templar and later as a papal residence. It is sometimes referred to as the Pope's Castle. The castle was originally built by the Knights Templar in the 13th century. They established it as a stronghold during the Christian Reconquista of the Iberian Peninsula. In the early 15th century, Pope Benedict VIII, known as Pope Luna, took refuge in Peñiscola Castle during the Papal Schism. He resided here until his death in 1423. The castle's architecture combines elements of Templar and medieval military design. Its stunning location on a rocky promontory overlooking the Mediterranean Sea adds to its allure. Peñiscola Castle gained international fame when it was used as a filming location for the 1961 epic film El Cid, starring Charlton Heston and Sophia Loren. Today, the castle is a major tourist attraction in Peñiscola, drawing visitors from all over the world. You can explore its ramparts, courtyards, and the beautiful Papa Luna Castle Garden. In recognition of its historical and architectural significance, Peñiscola Castle was declared a national monument in Spain, and the castle offers stunning panoramic views of Peñiscola, the city, and surrounding coastline, making it a popular spot for photographers and tourists. Throughout the year, the castle hosts various cultural events, including concerts, exhibitions, medieval reenactments, allowing visitors to immerse themselves in the region's history and culture. The Peñiscola Castle is not only a historical gem, but also a symbol of the town's rich heritage. It stands as a testament to the complex history of Spain and its role in the Christian Reconquista and the ecclesiastical disputes of the Middle Ages. As we're walking here, you can see all of the souvenir shops, all the pretty things you can buy, you can bring home for your family. There are a lot of steps in this area, so do be aware if you are unsteady on your feet. That being said, there are many tours that operate throughout this region that have just a bus that takes you to as many places as possible. Now let's head over to the Iglesia de Santa Maria, the Church of Saint Mary, formerly known as del Socorro. This is one of the most notable churches in Peñiscola. It is located in the heart of Peñiscola's historic old town, near the famous Peñiscola Castle. This church features Gothic and Baroque architectural elements. Its facade is adorned with intricate details and a bell tower. The church has a long history, dating back to the 15th century. It has undergone several renovations since this medieval period, and as a place of worship, the Church of St. Mary has played an important role in the religious life of this community, hosting several ceremonies and events. While primarily a religious site, this church is also a tourist attraction due to its historical and architectural elements. The church has two differentiated parts: the primary church from the 15th century, with its remains from the 13th century, such as the doorway. In later construction from the 18th century, we have the altar, the communion chapel. This church has a Latin cross plan, with a nave that has 4 sections covered by a ribbed vault. The side chapels are located between buttresses, covered with a pointed vault. The bell tower that is attached to the gospel side of the church has a square floor plan, 3.8 meters on each side and 17.5 meters high. The body of the bells is topped by a roof, with a railing crowned by pinnacles. The church was technically constructed between the 13th century and the 18th century, although its most recent restoration was in 2009. When I visited, it was very quiet, very cold. Not a lot of noise in these churches. They're so old, and with such high ceilings, it makes sound travel easily. So often people are whispering or speaking very, very quietly. What an interesting experience. While we walk, let me give you some more info on the Knights Templar. The history of the Knights Templar in Spain is a fascinating chapter in the broader history of this medieval Christian military order. The Knights Templar arrived in the Iberian Peninsula in the late 12th century, following the Christian Reconquista, a series of campaigns to recapture territory from the Moors. They established a presence in various regions in Spain. The primary mission of the Knights Templar was to protect Christian pilgrims traveling to the Holy Land during the Crusades. In Spain, they applied their military expertise to assist in the Reconquista against the Moors. The Templars played a significant role in fortifying the Christian-controlled territories of Spain. They constructed fortresses and castles, many of which still exist today, such as the famous Castle of the Templars in Ponferrada. Over time, the Templars accumulated significant wealth and property in Spain. They developed a complex financial system, including banking services, which made them influential in the region. The Templars often worked alongside other military orders, such as the Knights Hospitaller in Spain, to combat the Moors. These collaborations were crucial to the Reconquista's success. In the early 14th century, the Templars faced a decline in their influence and power, partly due to their vast wealth and influence. King Philip IV of France initiated a campaign against them, which led to the arrest, trial, and suppression of the order in 1312 by Pope Clement V. Some Templars in Spain managed to survive the order's suppression by joining other military orders, or simply continuing their lives in different roles. The Templar legacy is still present in the historic sites and castles they left behind in Spain, however. The history and legends of the Templars continue to captivate people's imaginations, and their influence is seen in various cultural, literary, and artistic works, even today. The Knights Templar played a significant role in the Reconquista and the development of medieval Spain, leaving behind a legacy of fortresses and a complex history that continues to be studied and celebrated. And when you visit Peñiscola, don't forget to head to the beach. Here you can see a play structure for kids or for adults who like interesting mosaic things to photograph. And don't forget to take a picture by Peñiscola, the sign that has the beautiful peninsula town in the background. What an exciting trip! I'm so happy you were able to join me here today, as we explored the church, the castle, the history of the Knights Templar, and of course, paella. Thank you so much for coming. See you soon. Thank you all so much for coming. Thank you for your donations, for your tips, for your PayPals, and as always, thank you for being a part of my traveling family. I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye, everyone. Don't forget to follow and like this video for more with me, Explore with Kelsey. For more of my tours, please see my profile on Buy Me a Coffee. And under the shop, you will see all of my future live tours, recaps, live concerts, and recorded versions of all past events as well, available for purchase. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is Explore with Kelsey. Thank you all for joining me. See you soon!